This is Corbett Residence Hall. We have a mandatory meeting. Yay!
Christmas candy. You don't have any. I have a Christmas tree that's
Welcome to Corbett. These are the coolest RAs.
You should come live here, in A3 especially, because we have a cool Facebook group, and we're going to go skiing over winter break. Play racquetball together.
And dodgeball, sometimes.
And we juggle the soccer ball down the hallway.
We play lots of hall sports. Well, we shouldn't.
Going to the basement. We have the laundry room. Study hall.
And we also have an aerobics room.
It's really good. There's lots of fruit. We have a lot of selection and it's not crappy. Salad. It's my favorite food that we have. I'm eating applesauce.
And cereal.
You can combine the
Cereal's good.
It's actually really good. I didn't think it was going to be, but it's really good, especially Corbett Storm food, because you can pick from Mexican food or like chicken, or you can get any salad you want, fruit. And I actually eat more healthy when I'm here than I do at home, so kudos.
The great thing about the dorms is, like I said, never-ending sleepover. You can hang out with anybody on the floor all the time, or you can spend time in your room by yourself, but you always have the option to, have fun with your friends, which you'll never have, ever again.
It's kind of nice to live with a bunch of other people who kind of, are in the same situation you are as a freshman, and just getting to know what's going on.
What I like
It's nice to
about
have
the
people to
dorms
talk
is
to.
you get to
new
meet
friends.
fun and different people from all over the place, and they become like your family.
Okay. What I like about the dorms is that you're always surrounded by people, and you never feel alone.
Oh, what do I like about the dorms? I like the fact that there's always students around whenever I want, and so there's always someone to hang out with. Like at midnight, I just walk down the hall and hang out with some of my buddies, and always someone to talk to, and it just keeps it exciting. And doing homework, there's always someone to help you with math.
What I like about the dorms is that you get to meet a lot of new people that you didn't know before, like your roommate and your suite mates, and I happen to like both of mine, so that's good. And then I also like how everyone is just in a common place, and you just make friends really fast, and you can make pranks on your roommates.
I like living in the dorms because I like being with all the people. It's like a fun community, and you get to meet a lot of people because being on such a big campus, it's hard to meet people. So living like this, and we've got a great floor, so it makes it that much better.
Go. If I had a choice of whether to live off campus or in the dorm, I would definitely choose the dorm, because even though it can be hard at times because you are surrounded by people all the time, it's definitely a once-in-a-lifetime experience that you will never, ever get again, to just have all this freedom and fun at the same time. It's definitely a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
I would definitely live in the dorms, because if you lived out of the dorms, you just wouldn't get the college experience, and you wouldn't get to meet people that are you're forced to live with.
If I was given the choice to live on campus or off campus my freshman year, I think I would still live on campus, because it's nice being so close to my classrooms and not worrying about having to drive anywhere or find parking, because parking's a pain in the butt. And I don't know, it's fun. It's nice having everything provided for you.
I would definitely pick living in the dorms my freshman year, even if I had the option of living off campus, because I just have really been able to meet a lot of cool people and a lot of good friends of mine in the halls, and it's just a good way to meet people, just walking around the halls and making new friends all the time. and then you guys go hang on the weekends and go other places. But
I would definitely live in the dorms again if I had the opportunity to, just because when you're a freshman you start out not knowing very many people, and automatically it gives you a whole floor of friends, and then you don't feel so isolated like you normally would if you were to live off campus or at home. You would definitely not get the same experiences out of college that you would if you lived in the dorm.
Okay. Have I changed since being in the dorm? I think I've changed a lot. Like, as far as living goes, like being completely independent, everything changes. You decide when you're going to eat, what you're going to eat, what you're going to do, how you're going to spend all your time. Like at home, everything was more structured, and this is totally up to you. So I've changed in like learning how to manage my time better. And as far as meeting people, I've learned how to be more open and how to meet people again, because in high school you've been with the same people forever, and here you're thrown into a whole new environment with a whole new people, and so you have to learn how to...
I think living in the dorms has made me more adventurous. Like, I'm usually really shy in high school. I didn't like to meet people, and living in the dorms has kind of forced me to step out of those boundaries and go meet new people.
I've become more independent than I already was when I moved up here.
For incoming freshmen, I would say get to know your roommates and your suite mates and the people on your floor, because if you don't, it's just going to feel like you're living alone all the time, and it's really nice to know other people.
I would definitely have to say to get a random roommate, because I was really scared at first, and I was going to room with one of my friends, but then I decided to do a random roommate. It's probably the best thing that ever happened to me, because I learned to branch out, and now her and I are like
my best advice for a freshman moving into the dorms would be to be open to people and try to get to know the most amount of people around you to see who you get along with, and make sure that you get along with the people you live with. And it's weird living on your own, but trying to avoid going home as much as possible is the best way to make that transition from living at home to all of a sudden living on your own. The less you go home, the better, because it's easier to transition and get used to it.
For some advice for freshmen, I would just say that learning to balance your time and your studies with your fun. It's I know I've had definitely a challenge with it, and but it's also good because in the dorms you have always people helping you, or that can help you if you have any questions and stuff. So I just recommend just keeping your door open and just being friendly, and so you can get the work done first, and you guys all go out.
The best advice I have for someone coming into the dorms would be that if you are not happy where you are, to try again. Like, try to make the best of any situation that you're given, but if it just isn't working, there's definitely a place for you on campus, and you don't have to suffer a whole year. I came from a place that I didn't really like, and I ended up in a place that I absolutely love. So definitely make the best of your year.
My best memory is when me, Kim, and another girl in our hall named Erin were watching Disturbia, and a knock is on our door. So we open the door, and there's this guy named Mike, and he's like, "Come see what we did." And so we see what they did, and they stuffed newspapers into this guy's room, and it was like rib high, and so we helped him do that. And then we had to hide in a room so he wouldn't get mad, and then we couldn't escape because he knew that it'd be us.
Probably on Halloween when Megan dressed up and scared all those people coming home at like 1 in the morning.
I have to say that my best memory so far living in the dorms is when every night we have a different show, but we all get together in somebody's room and watch movies and TV shows and eat popcorn and
the best
be
memory
grown.
I have so far, there's a lot of really good memories, but a really fun thing that we all did is the entire floor, or a lot of people on the floor, all got together and took a limo to the Cyrus Dance Club, and we spent the night dancing with each other, and it was really fun.
Alright, my best memory was we all went to the club and got back late, and one of the guys who went with us had a prank pulled on him, and his room was filled from floor to ceiling with newspaper. and he wasn't happy, and so we pulled all the newspaper out in the hall, and pretty much was like a sea of like 2 feet of newspaper down the hall, and we pretty much spent like half hour to an hour just running up and down the hall diving in it, and it was definitely a blast.
One autumn, you once said to me, there's too much stuff around. The bus rolled along, you put your hand upon the window of the town.